Most people believe valuable coins come from ancient empires or royal dynasties, but sometimes the most powerful stories begin with coins that are still in circulation. Today's video is about a coin millions of people in the UAE have held in their hands, spent without thinking, and forgotten completely. The UAE 1 Dirham coin looks ordinary, simple, and common, yet certain versions of this coin have become some of the most desired pieces in modern coin collecting. When the United Arab Emirates was formed in 1971, creating a national currency was not just an economic decision, but a statement of unity and identity. The 1 Dirham coin became part of daily life almost instantly, used in markets, shops, and homes across the country. Early Dirham coins were produced during a period of rapid national development, when minting priorities were efficiency, not collectability. Because of this, few people paid attention to production details, minting variations, or future scarcity. What many don't realize is that not all UAE 1 Dirham coins were created equally. Certain years saw lower minting numbers due to economic adjustments and production planning. Some batches were produced at foreign mints, while others were struck under different conditions, leading to subtle but important differences. Most of these coins circulated heavily, which dramatically reduced the number of high-condition survivors. Collectors today know that survival rate is everything. A coin that escaped heavy wear, scratches, or cleaning becomes exponentially more valuable. One of the biggest value drivers in UAE Dirham coins is minting errors. Off-center strikes, weak details, double impressions, and metal flaws can turn a normal coin into a rare discovery. These errors were never meant to exist, which is why they attract serious collectors. There are also specific years that collectors actively search for due to lower availability in mint condition. Coins from these years are far harder to find today than people expect. Another factor that adds value is historical timing. Early Dirham coins represent the foundation years of the UAE, making them emotionally and historically significant. As global interest in Middle Eastern history and assets grows, so does demand for these coins. International collectors who once ignored modern Gulf coins are now entering the market aggressively. Auction houses in the UAE, Europe, and Asia have seen increased competition for rare Dirham pieces. Prices that once seemed impossible are now becoming common for exceptional examples. This is why coin collecting rewards research more than luck. 2 Coins may look identical to the untrained eye, yet one could be worth hundreds or thousands more. If you own old UAE coins, especially early Dirhams, never clean them. Cleaning permanently damages the original surface and destroys collector interest. Always have valuable coins professionally evaluated before making any decision, because the biggest mistake people make is selling history too quickly. Many collectors today regret spending or discarding coins that later became highly valuable. This is the hidden power of everyday currency. If rare coins excite you, subscribe to Coinflix, because this channel focuses on the stories most people overlook. In upcoming videos, we'll reveal more coins that people still underestimate today. And if you've ever owned a UAE Dirham coin, comment below with the year, because your ordinary coin might not be as ordinary as you think. Globe showing Europe-Africa rocket. This UAE 1 Dirham coin looks completely normal. Millions of people spent it without thinking twice, but one version of this coin shocked collectors worldwide. Certain years, minting errors, and rare conditions turned this everyday dirham into a serious collectible. Some were struck differently, some survived untouched, and some were never meant to exist at all. Today, collectors actively search for these rare dirhams. Before you ignore an old coin, check it carefully. Follow Coinflix to discover coins people are still underestimating. Most people believe valuable coins are easy to spot, but history proves that the most powerful treasures often look completely ordinary. This coin passed through millions of hands in the United Arab Emirates. People used it to buy groceries, tea, and bus tickets. Yet certain versions of this coin are now hunted globally by collectors who understand what most people missed. Today's video reveals the hidden story of the UAE 1 Dirham coin minted between 1973 and 1989, and why some collectors consider it one of the most underestimated modern coins in circulation history. Before we go deeper, remember this: most rare coins are not discovered in museums, but in pockets, drawers, and forgotten collections. When the United Arab Emirates introduced its national currency in the early 1970s, the country was still defining its identity. The 1 Dirham coin became a symbol of unity, stability, and everyday life. At that time, no one imagined that these early dirhams would one day attract global attention. coins minted between 1973 and 1989 were produced during a period of rapid growth, experimentation, and transition. Different mints were used, production techniques evolved, and quality control varied more than most people realize. To the average person, every dirham looked the same, but to collectors, these differences would later become everything. What truly separates valuable UAE dirham coins from ordinary ones is rarity combined with survival. Some years saw lower minting numbers due to economic and production decisions. Other years produced coins that entered circulation heavily, reducing the number of high-condition survivors. Today, collectors focus intensely on coins that escaped wear, scratches, and cleaning. Even a small difference in condition can multiply a coin's desirability. Then there are minting errors. Off-center strikes, weak details, metal flaws, and unusual impressions exist in small numbers. These errors were never meant to exist, which is exactly why collectors pay attention. A coin with an error tells a story of imperfection, and imperfection creates scarcity. There are also subtle design and strike variations that only experienced collectors notice. These are not visible to most people, which means many valuable coins were spent without a second thought. This is where the real suspense begins, because two dirham coins can look identical, yet one could be worth many times more than the other. For years, Middle Eastern coins were ignored by international collectors. That is no longer the case. Global interest in UAE history, early nationhood, and physical assets has grown rapidly. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and North America are now actively searching for early dirham coins. Auction houses have reported increased competition for rare Gulf currency. Coins once dismissed as too modern are now being reassessed. This shift is why people are suddenly revisiting coins they once ignored, and this is why timing matters. If you own old UAE dirham coins, especially from the 1970s or 1980s, never clean them. Cleaning destroys the original surface and permanently reduces collector interest. Never rush to sell without professional evaluation, and never assume a coin is worthless just because it looks common. Knowledge separates valuable coins from spent ones. If rare coins excite you, subscribe to Coinflix. This channel exists to uncover value most people overlook. The most fascinating part of coin collecting is not the money. It's the realization that history hides in plain sight. Millions of UAE dirham coins were spent without thought, yet a small number survived, untouched, misunderstood, and underestimated. Some are now locked away in private collections, others may still exist, waiting to be discovered, and the most dangerous assumption anyone can make is believing that valuable things must look valuable, because history doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it waits quietly in your hand. If you've ever owned a UAE dirham coin, comment the year below, and stay with Coinflix, because the next coin we reveal might already be closer than you think. Globe showing Europe Africa rocket.